And then exhale, cat pose. With every round, we go deeper. Last one, inhale, belly towards the earth. And exhale. Pull your navel in towards your spine. We return to neutral tabletop, slight shift of your left hand towards the center. Maybe you bring your knees a little further apart for more stability. We lift our right arm up, gaze to follow. Rotate your wrists one direction, and then the opposite direction. Gentle breath in, long breath out, exhale, thread the needle, shift your chest forward, rest your shoulder onto the mat. I was in a little bit of an accident with my electric scooter today, so I will not be able to. My right side got all the bruising, so if you see me popping out of things, that is the reason why, hence the bandages. So you can extend your left leg long as you reach your top arm, right arm towards the top of your mat, or perhaps you lift that leg up and pincha, reach for your foot, elevated foot, to find a nice quad stretch. And then slowly lower back down, and we return. Reverse the motion, right arm to the sky, and exhale, tabletop. Before we move to the second side, tuck your toes, shift back, find yourself in a variation of hero's pose. We tend to overlook the TLC that our toes also need, just like our shoulders. So let's find a little bit of a meditation in between our right and left sides. If you want more sensation, come higher up onto the balls of your feet. Lift your torso nice and long. Imagine someone is drawing the crown of your head upwards as you shift back onto your toe, into your heels. Just take a pause here. The second time we do this, we'll hold it a little longer and set our intentions, but just start to feel that awakening of your toes, the webs of your feet. And just before it starts to get spicy, reach your arms up. Inhale. And then exhale, return to tabletop. Untuck your feet. Maybe you give them a little bit of a pat, pat, pat. Find stillness. Breathe in, left arm up towards the sky. Gaze to follow. Rotate your wrist forward. Rotate your wrist back. Sip of air in to lengthen, lengthen. And then long, slow breath out. Thread the needle, second side. Whichever variation you took on your first side, take it on this side. If you lifted your left leg, lift this leg. If you pincha and you took that bend in your knee, just try to keep your pinky toe towards the earth. Anytime we elevate our leg, yes, and then your hips are also leveled. And then slowly lower down, rise up. Reverse the motion, and exhale, tabletop. Once again, we shift back, come onto the balls of your feet. We'll find our intention, and then I'll start the music. Option to bring your hands grounding onto your thighs, upward for receiving, or to your heart, samastiti, namaskar. Call in an intention you would like to flow with today, something that will bring you a sense of motivation, calmness, peace, which is to say those are my intentions I'm offering today. Also, a bit of a challenge with Vinyasa. Part of the fun of it is to come out of your comfort zone, to explore new positions, sensations, and anything else you would like. Just the key here is just to be curious and to, most importantly, have fun with it. So seal in your intention. Let's take a collective breath in through our nose, and long open mouth breath out. Inhale, arms up, seated mountain, kneeling mountain pose. Exhale, we return to tabletop. You can pat your feet once again, waking up your toes. And then find stillness. Tuck your toes, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Shift your hips up and back. Reach your heels towards your mat. You're welcome to pedal out your feet. The key here is to find that magnetic pull of your heels towards the mat. Play with walking your feet slightly closer to your hands. See how that feels in your calves, back side of your legs. And we find stillness in 4. Heels nice and high, 3. Last 2. And 1. Breathe in, gaze in between your thumbs. Exhale, ragdoll pose. Tiptoe, top of your mat. Bring your feet hip-width distance apart. Option to interlace your hands to opposite elbows for ragdoll. Bring a deep bend into your knees. Allow your torso to connect with your thighs. And with every exhalation, try to straighten your knees just a little bit, more and more. So we breathe in and breathe out. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Reach the crown of your head towards the mat. Release your hands just in front of your feet. Slight bend in your right knee as you reach your left arm up towards the sky for a forward fold twist. Keep your left leg straight. And then slowly lower, switch. Left knee bends, right arm reaches towards the sky. And then we slowly lower down, forward fold. Keep your head heavy the entire time as you rise, one vertebra at a time. Shimmy your big toes and heels to touch. Tadasana, hands to your sides. Let's reconnect with our intention that we set for our practice today. Being curious, exploring opportunities to move outside of our comfort zone. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, extended mountain pose, arms above your head. Shift your tailbone forward, biceps to frame your ears, pinkies turn towards each other to activate your upper back muscles. Exhale, mini back bend is our first back bend, nothing strenuous, elbows towards your sides. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold, hands come through, heart center. Return the crown of our heads towards the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, hands come to your shins or upper thighs. Press into your legs, reach the crown of your head forward. Sip of air in. Exhale, high plank. Hands shoulder width distance apart. Feet hip width distance apart. Draw your belly in. Straight line of energy from the crown of your head to your heels. Start to shift forward on your breath in. And then we lower for a count of 4. Elbows towards your side belly. 3. Side ribs rather. 2. Stop at 90 degrees. Flip your feet. Extend your arms long. Upward facing dog. Inhale. Find that second back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Maybe you roll over your toes. 3 rounds of breath in your downward facing dog. Can you draw your chest, your torso closer towards your thighs? Perhaps you bend your knees to explore. And then straighten back, downward facing dog. One more round of breath. Inhale. And exhale, heels towards the earth. Breathe in nice and high, balls of your feet. Exhale, forward fold, step, step, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. With every forward fold, we try to go a little deeper. Inhale, slight bend of your knees. We rise over the Hastasana. Option for volcano variation, palms connect at the top, gaze to your thumbs. Exhale, back bend. We rise, mountain pose. We fold, wide arms, swan dive down towards the earth. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, high plank. Shift forward. And then we chaturanga for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Breathe in, up dog. Breathe out, downward facing dog. 3 rounds of breath. Find your strength, find your stability. Where is your drishti, that gentle focus? Inhale, heels high. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to add on from here so that way when you're free flow, you have more options. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Return your feet, shoulder hip width distance apart. Slight bend in your right knee as you lift left arm up. Just a reminder of your options for this template. And then exhale, switch. Bend your left knee, right arm high. Rinsing out our spine. Take it to your forward fold. Feet to touch once again. And then we rise. To come up quicker, bend your knees so that you're safe in your lower back. Exhale, back bend. This is where we add on. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, T-twist towards the window. Yes, I'm not going to cue left to right because I'm not facing the same direction, I've learned. And then reach it up, exalted mountain. Left hand to right thigh. Yes, hopefully that's the right side. Opposite hand to thigh. And then we bring it up. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, T-twist towards the tree wall. Yes, now we're on the left side. Breathe in, right arm high. And back to your T-twist. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, fold forward through heart center or swan dive down. Those are your options. You're welcome to add on. Inhale, halfway lift. And this next round, exhale, high to low plank. Perfect timing. This is the song right here. Take that chaturanga, last 4. Last countdown for the chaturangas. 3, 2, and 1. Breathe in, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. For this round of Sun A, you'll be on your own. You're welcome to add on. As I lower the music, you will know that we're about to wrap it up, or I'll just cue you. Inhale, heels high. Exhale, forward fold. Take it away. You're on your own. Have fun with it. Moving meditation. If you find yourself in downward facing dog before the rest, 5 rounds of breath. Down dog in 5, 2, and 1. Downward facing dog. Nice work, everyone. Here we go. Heels high. Exhale, forward fold. Moving into Sun B. We will have an opportunity for official water break. If you want to take it before I cue it, you're more than welcome to. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Listen for the change. Breathe in, chair pose, hips low, bicep to your ears. Option for the Ashtanga variation. Palms together, gaze to your 2 thumbs. Slight tuck of your tailbone upwards for Ashtanga. The variation, arms wide, tailbone comes inward. 4, take it lower. 3, torso up. 2, and 1, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low. Take it straight through. No need for the countdown. Breathe in, up dog. Breathe out, downward facing dog. From here, if you want to grab some water, go ahead and do so. Otherwise, 3 rounds of breath. How are we doing? Good? I keep trying to turn up the air. The air keeps blowing. I don't know if there's a fan. But it says 72, but the fan is still blowing. So downward dog. 3, 2, and 1. Downward facing dog. Breathe in, heels high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. This is the top of our next series. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Guide your hands back. Shift your tailbone back as you gaze directly in front. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, drinking bird. This time your heels lift. First balancing asana of our class. Hold it for 4. Squeeze your inner thighs towards each other. 3. Biceps, triceps come a little higher. 2. And 1. Slowly lower your heels. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, hands to heart. Breathe in, we lift our chests. Breathe out, chair twist towards the Nike tree wall. You want your right elbow outside of your left knee. If it's in your practice to bring your knees together, the key is just to make sure your knees are even. And then we rise up, inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, high to low vinyasa. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right heel up to the sky. Option to bend your knee. Start to take a few movements of your knee forward. Find some lubrication in your right hip. And then take it back. If it's more of a challenge, you can always lower your left knee and do the exact same thing. Split your dog in 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, split dog. Exhale, step through, low lunge. Lower your left knee. Keep a deep bend in your front knee. Untuck your back toes. Yes, you can reach for those blocks if you might need them. We rise up, Anjaneyasana. Low lunge. Exhale, catches your arms for your back bend. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, half splits. Plant your hands for a supported split. Bring your toes towards your ankle, dorsiflexion. Rather than shifting your hips back, you want to reach your chest towards your knees. And then we bend our knees, return, low lunge. Exhale, chaturanga. Step it back. Perhaps you take a 3-legged chaturanga this time, working towards a full akapada. Breathe in, up dog. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Let's add that second side with chair. Inhale, heels high. Exhale, forward fold. Step, top of your mat. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Right away, we take it into drinking bird. Hold for 4. Maybe you pulse your triceps, pinkies towards each other. Otherwise, stay completely still for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, hands to heart. Lower your heels, or you can keep them up if you want more of a challenge. Step of air in. Exhale, chair twist towards the window. Your drishti, soft focus, is up towards the ceiling or towards the right side, top corner of your mat. Inhale to lengthen crown of your head towards the front of your space. Exhale to twist deeper. Your gaze, can you see your top shoulder? Inhale, we rise, chair pose. Exhale, high to low, vinyasa. Breathe in, up dog. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Inhale, left heel up towards the back of your space. Exhale, bend your knees, start to draw circles on your second side. 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse directions. Breathe in, split dog. Breathe out, low lunge. Step your left foot in between your thumbs. And right away, untuck your back foot. We rise, Anjaneyasana. Shift your hips forward. Find that stretch, that release in your quads. Exhale, back bend. Open up your heart. And then we shift forward. Take it down, half splits. Using our hands for support. Toes towards our ankles, chest towards our knees. Breathe in, we rise, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, chaturanga. Once again, you can split and float your left leg for the up level. And then up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll build on from here, get our solid template, and then a second opportunity for the free flow. Inhale, heels high. Exhale, forward fold. Step, hop, float, top of your mat. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, drinking bird. Inhale, lower your heels, arms high. Exhale, chair twist towards the tree wall. This time you can open up your arms. Maybe you take a half bind, top arm wraps around and locks in, hand over your opposite or the same side hip. Gaze up. And then we unwind, taking it straight away to the second side. Inhale. Exhale, chair twist, window. Whichever variation you took on the first side, take it on the second side. Checking in that your knees are aligned. Nice adjustments. The closer your feet are together, the more your thighs are working. Inhale, we rise, unwind, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, high to low, vinyasa. Good work. Trio. Meeting in a downward facing dog. Let's putting a little bit of core to prime us for the second set of core we'll have. Inhale, high plank. Shift your, let me line up with you. Shift your left hand towards the center of your mat. And then we rise full side plank or option for modified side plank. Drop it, your lower knee down. Full extension of that top arm. Prioritize stacking wrists, shoulders. And then if you want to take it a little higher, elevate your top leg. Hold where you are for 4, 3, there we go, 2, and 1. Slowly lower, high plank. Come to your full high plank to reset. Option to chaturanga or skip it and go straight to downward facing dog. The next time we do this, we're going right to left, just like we did in the chair twist. Inhale, high plank, while we remember where we're at. I don't want to lose anybody. And then shift your right hand up to the center, and we rise, side plank of your choice, whatever you chose on the first side. Lock it in, and we hold for 4, 3, yes you can, 2, and 1. Take it through chaturanga. You can always drop to your knees and then work on just your up dog. You don't always have to keep your knees floating. And downward facing dog. 3 rounds of breath. Maybe you take a child's pose if that's what's calling to you at this time. Nice. Building this template. I love it. Warrior time. Down dog in 4. Everyone in down dog by the time I get to number 1 in 3. Everyone gets up when I say 1, 2, no. And 1, downward facing dog. There we go. All right, different ways to get to the same destination, but for this second round, we'll keep it the same path. Inhale, right heel up, just adding on just a little bit. Exhale, knee towards your nose. Round, just like you did in your cat pose. Breathe in, split dog. Breathe out, right knee, right tricep. Take it up, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, left tricep. Hold it here for 4, 3, 2, 1. We rise up, split dog. Exhale, step through, low lunge. Drop your left knee, untuck your back toes. Rise up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, take it right into your half splits. Option for power splits without your arms, without your hands rather. Flying back into your airplane arms. Inhale, we rise up, Anjane, listen for the change. Tuck your back toes, lift up, crescent lunge. Bicep frames your ears, just like in chair pose. Deepen 90 degrees into your front knee. Reach your back heel towards the mat to feel that activation where your hip flexors are. Inhale. Exhale, crescent plane, power lunge. Crown of your head reaches forward. Inhale, warrior 2. Take it through your crescent. And then on the exhale, deepen into your warrior 2. So with warrior 2, heel to heel alignment. Start to shift forward. Keep your knife edge of your back foot sealed to the earth. Breathe in, and then we breathe out, side angle. Option to stay here with your front arm over your front knee, or extend the angle. 12 and 6 o'clock are your arms, and then your top arm can reach above your top ear so you can get that full side body stretch. Gaze underneath your top arm. Inhale, we rise. Take it all the way through. Reverse your warrior. Keep that bend in your front knee. Warrior, reverse warrior. Backhand slides down your back leg. High five the back of your room with your top arm. And exhale, chaturanga. Take your vinyasa. High to low. Second side. Sandwiching in those side planks. Breathe in, up dog. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, side plank towards the windows. Hold it for 4. Maybe you find little pulses. 3, just find stillness or pulse for 3, 2, 1. Take it through. Inhale, exhale, Nike wall. 4, 3, 2, and 1. High plank. You can drop to your knees for your chaturanga, take a full chaturanga, or skip it all together. Down dog is where we meet. Oh, yes. How we doing? All right, so we have the second side, and then you get a free flow. So you get to either keep it or bring it down a notch, okay? Keep your eye on the prize. Inhale, left heel to the sky. Exhale, knee towards your nose. Inhale, split dog. Exhale, left tricep. Breathe in, split dog. Breathe out, right tricep. Hold it here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through, low lunge. Right away, we drop our knee, untuck our back toes. Rise up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, half splits, power variation. Float your arms, toes towards your ankle. Inhale, take it forward, tuck your back toes. We rise, high crescent lunge. When we breathe out, deepen into your crescent legs, back heel towards the earth. Inhale, lengthen your arms. Exhale, power lunge. Breathe in, take it through, warrior 2, second side. Your drishti, your focus is over your front fingers, specifically your index finger. Deepen on the exhale into your warrior 2 legs. And then we shift forward, forward, exhale, side angle. Option for extended side angle, top arm over your ear. And then we rise, one long breath. Keep that bend in your front knee. Peaceful warrior. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga. Breathe in, up dog. Breathe out, downward facing dog. So here's the refresher for the free flow. You have chair pose. You have your high planks. You're welcome to take it from chair or just start with your high planks. And then your warriors. Are you ready? Yay! Yogi Playtime, part 1. Downward facing dog in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, heels high. Exhale, yogi's choice. Take it away. Do you want to go through your high plank or your chair pose first? Up to you. You're on your own. I'll be up here to demonstrate in case you draw a blank. You've got your chair twists. Everything is breath to movement, unless there's a twist that you want to hold a little longer. Unless you're floating something that you want to hold a little longer. You can take things out, you can swap things out. We're at the little bit short of the halfway point, working our way towards our second side if you're not already on warriors. Wherever you are. We've got downward dog. Coming up in 10. Plenty of time. 8. Beautiful. Get those warriors in. Downward dog we meet. In 5. Making our way down in 4. If you're already there, 3 rounds of breath or child's pose. 3. Last 2. Good job, everybody. Nobody took the shortcut. And 1. Downward facing dog. All right, my friends, come to your knees. We have our arm balance section. So for here, come to downward dog and then hop your way into a malasana or walk your way into malasana. Great opportunity to get a hip opener while I demonstrate our arm balance. If you need a block underneath your tushy, go ahead and take that. Otherwise, hold your yogi squat. You can play with it while you're watching me. Our arm balance is crow pose. I'll show you quickly Malasana flying frog, and then if that's where you are, you'll have something to play with. So with flying frog, you want your triceps in between your thighs. Your feet are somewhat hip-width distance apart, arms fully in front of you, and you're squeezing your triceps as you shift forward. The key is elbow over wrist for both frog and crow. You shift forward, gaze in front of your mat, lift, lift, lift. Maybe you lift one foot, lift the other foot. As long as elbows are over your wrist, you're going to come up. With crow pose, your feet are closer together. Sometimes they're even touching, but it's not required. This time, knees behind your triceps, palms are out, gaze is out, elbows over your wrist, press into your fingers, shift forward, hold. I can stay here for a very long time because I have a solid shelf. Okay? So then the work comes to countdowns and holds and things like that. So you make it your choice. If you want to perch on a block, if you want to put a block in front of your head to feel a little bit more secure and find that support. All right? Try it out. You're going to get winded. Give it a couple of attempts, and then when you're over it, return to your child's pose. Yeah, when you have shorts on, it's always good to have a towel. Anytime you bring shorts, just have in case, because you're going to slip. So that's the trick with that part. Yeah. Okay. And then bring your arms a little further out. And then shift forward, high on the balls of your feet. Bend your elbows as much as you can. Gaze straight ahead. Lift one foot. Lift the other foot. Count. You got it. Yes! Aha! I'm such a good teacher. All right, my friends. Child's pose. That shows me you're ready to move on. That's right. I know that's right. It's all strategy. You'll get, yes. Down dog in 5, 4. This is the perfect song for a little bit of core. So let's flip it over. 3, 2, 1. Flip it around because a strong core will help you with those balances. It's not as important as a lot of people think, but it is relevant. So come to your backs. Float your tabletop, hands behind your ears, elbows wide. We lift and lower, chin towards your knees. Lift with your core. The key here is to keep your elbows nice and wide so that you're not using momentum. We've got 8, 6. Hold it up and pulse. In 4, shoulder blades off the mat. 3, 2, and 1. Shoulder blades off the mat. Pulse it up, up. Just for 4, 3, bicycles in 2, and 1. Lower down, right elbow, left knee to center. Twist, center, exhale, inhale. Really reach your elbow towards your knees for 8, 7, 6, legs up the wall, 5, legs up the wall in 3. You've got it. Last 2. And 1. Lower down, legs up the wall. Last exercise. Dorsiflex your toes. We lift it up and lower. Exhale, inhale, lift, lower. We find our twist, cherry pickers. In 4, right hand, left toes. 3, 2, and 1. Take it down, twist it left and right. Just for 8. Last 6. Take it down. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees to chest. And then release. Plant your feet. Just for a quick second, moving into our bridge. Counter stretch from all of that crunching. Walk your heels towards your fingers. Shimmy, shimmy your lower back, your lumbar to the mat. Take a sip of air in, and then on the exhale, start to lift your hips. If you want to get a little deeper, walk your hands to connect at the bottom underneath your glutes. 3 rounds of breath. With every inhale, lift, lift, lift those hips. 2 more rounds. And then slowly lower. You have a chance to do this one more time or move to your wheel. For wheel pose, hands come to the sides of your ears. Come onto the top of your head. Take a breath in. And then exhale, lift and straighten your arms at the same time. You don't want to separate those two. It's harder if you try to do one at a time. You lift your hips and your arms, gaze at your thumbs for 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower, chin towards your chest as you lower. Nice work. Bring your thighs, your knees towards your chest. And extend your legs up nice and long, just like we did in cherry pickers. And then option to come up to your plow, your shoulder stand, or you can just stay and recover just a little bit more. But if you want this inversion, it's here for you. You can hold it here or continue to progress toes over your head for plow pose. If that's too intense, bend your knees. Bend your knees, take it into ear pinning pose. Your knees squeeze into your ears or your temples for 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower. Let your hands guide you down. Release everything, straight legs, hands over your head. Take a nice strong breath in. And then exhale, lift up. Continue with your forward fold. Straighten your legs as much as you can. If you're still working on your flexibility, bend your knees, torso to thighs. And then with every exhale, reach your heels further away from your glutes. We have 10 minutes of class. I've gotten much better with time. I'm so proud of myself. We have a balancing, and then that's going to be part of the cool down. All right, so one more time to stand up, okay? So slowly release your hands, and just come to stand. Forward fold. Make it as graceful as you can. We're almost there. We just want to get one little balance challenge. We didn't have much in this flow. And my eyes are closed a lot because the fans burn my eyes. It hasn't turned off. All right, so slowly rise, chair pose. We've been here before. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Keep your heels down. Shift your weight to your right foot. And then inhale, single leg mountain pose. Dorsiflex your foot, find your stability. Bring your knee as high as your navel. Hold it here for 4. We have 2 paths we can take. Standing figure 4 or warrior 3. What do we want today? Warrior 3, she says. All right, so hold it here. Inhale, and then exhale, warrior plane. So anytime we say plane, your arms are going to fly back like an airplane with wings. And from here, you can hold it in stillness or play with variations of your arms. You can bring it forward. Maybe you find Kali Mudra, steeple grip. This is more challenging. Hold for 4, whatever you decide. 3, 2, if you fall out, reset, come back in. 1, slowly rise, single leg mountain. Exhale, standing Shavasana, reset. Second side. We'll go back to our chair. Inhale for chair. Exhale, chair plane. Shift your weight to your left leg, left foot. Breathe in, single leg mountain. Knee comes as high as your navel or higher. Hold for 4. Find your focus. 3. Commit to your warrior 3 and 2. And 1. Long exhale. Imagine that you're trying to stamp the back wall with your foot, warrior plane. If you're moving into Kali Mudra with your steeple grip, you turn that dorsiflexion into plantar flexion. So when your fingers are pointing, your toes are pointing. Hold it for 4, 3, last 2, and 1. We rise. Inhale, single leg mountain. Exhale, standing Shavasana. Catch your breath. Yes. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, deepest back bend yet. Perhaps you reach your arms behind you for your basket grip. Breathe in, breathe out, palms slide down your back legs. And then rise up, release your grip. Breathe in, final Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Listen for the change. Breathe out, bend your knees. Shift onto the balls of your feet. Squat, round, and curl. High on the balls of your feet. Maybe you wrap your hands around or just keep your palms supporting. And then we slowly lower down, down, down to our backs. Draw your knees into your chest. Wrap your forearms around your shins for full wind relieving pose. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then release your left leg long. Right knee towards your right armpit. And then on your exhale, draw it over your left leg. Right arm comes out into a T. Gaze to follow your right arm. Supine twist. Great work. I think we covered all of our bases. Let me know if I left anything out at the end of class that you would have liked to see, have experienced. And then bring it back to center. switch it out. Left knee in towards your armpit. And then exhale, supine twist. If you find it a little uncomfortable that your knee might be floating, you can reach for a block, place it underneath your knee. It should be a passive stretch. Gaze towards the opposite side. Over time, you'll get more flexible. And then we unwind. Draw your knees towards your chest. And then exhale, happy baby. Reach for the outside of your feet. Glue your lower back, lumbar to the earth. Or you can reach peace fingers to your big toes and draw them down. Maybe you extend one leg straight, find that final release in your hamstring. And then the opposites. Both legs. And then do whatever calls to your body at this time for the next few seconds as we move towards our Shavasana. In 10, 6, draw your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a hug, different than a wind relieving pose. It's a loving embrace. Still air comes out, fresh air comes in. Exhale, Shavasana. Complete relaxations. Let your feet splay out wide. Let it all go. All right, my friends, start to bring some movements into your bodies. Wiggle your fingers, your toes. Start to move your head side to side. Deepen your breath. You're welcome to stay in Shavasana, or if you'd like to move forward, turn to your fetal pose. Left is yin energy, right is yang energy. Recognize which is calling most to you at this time. Remembering your intention that we set at the top of our class. Showing appreciation for this time as you press up, meeting in Sukhasana, or energetically just stay in Shavasana. Hands come to your heart center. If you're in Shavasana, left hand on your heart, right hand on your belly. Let's take a collective breath in, collective breath out. Bring your hands to your heart, where the seat of love resides. Guide it to our third eye, the seat of our intuition. The yogi teacher, Love and Light in Me, honors and appreciates the yogi teacher and light in you. Namaste. All right, my friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. Good work. If you didn't sweat, it's because that air never turned off. But I love a good little perspiration in the class, so hope you got a little bit of that. Definitely. All right. Okay, well, have a good evening. If you have any questions, comments, I would love to hear. And then remind me your names again. Casey? Casey, Eric, and Taylor. Yes, good work. Saidia. Yes. You will sleep well tonight.